we're going to be doing a chemical reaction between baking soda and vinegar. It should produce carbon dioxide gas that will escape to fill up our quarantine glove. You will need some vinegar, baking soda, a mason jar, a glove, and some safety goggles. You might need some help on this next part, so I asked Dad to give me a hand.
How can I help you?
By pouring in the vinegar and putting the baking.
How much vinegar are we putting in here?
Like a half cup.
A half a cup. 1/2 cup. You tell me when it looks good. Right about there?
Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
Then you hold open the glove.
You need me to hold the glove open, okay? And you're gonna put in. See if you can just dump it in there without the spoon first. We'll see what happens. Yeah. All right. So how much baking soda was that?
That was about 4 teaspoons.
Okay. And what do we need to do next?
Put on our safety goggles.
All right. You put yours on, and then you can hold this while I put on mine. All right. We're safetied up now.
Okay.
What's the next move?
We put it over.
Put it over the top.
The top.
Okay. Let's move this stuff out of the way here and see what's gonna happen. All right, you ready? I'll get these fingers and you get those 3. On your marks, get set, go.
Go.
And that is a chemical reaction.
Yeah.
Right? High five. You can high five that one.
Third ever Lego challenge. Way harder.
Way harder?
Yep.
Yay.
You ready? Set.
It's going down.
Go.
I'm done.
You want it?
What? Yes, I am.
You need to have it exactly the same. Okay. Okay.
One eternity later.
That's not right.
Buying you some time, Dad.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Buy me time. Just take it.
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well.
It didn't even break. You gotta punch the buzzer.
The next day.
Are they good or not?
No. Just kidding, yeah.
Hey, do you guys know what Forrest Gump's email password is? One Forrest, one. Hashtag dad jokes. Did you guys know that the first French fries weren't cooked in France?
Yeah.
Did you know where they were cooked?
They're not cooked at Disneyland.
In Greece.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long, your heart's been aching but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give.
And now a moment with a really, really, really good guard dog.
What is it? Plastic bag.
What a good guard dog.
This has been a moment with a really, really, really good guard dog.
Okay, so here we are again with our underground insider for the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort, Miss Chelsea. How are you doing today?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
We're doing good. We're doing awesome. We've been talking about new stuff that we could do at the park that we haven't done before. And so I was telling Annie about all those popcorn machine cranker guys that you see throughout the park, and like how each one, there's different ones for different lands, and that would be kind of a new fun thing for us to try to collect, is getting pictures of all of them. And so that kind of led us down the path of something to talk to you about this week, which was like food and beverage related questions. We haven't talked about that yet. And so we just wondered, is there any, anything that we might not know about food and beverage industry at Disneyland that could be exciting to share with our viewers?
So when I was working there, people tried to bring in lots of food and beverages. I worked at the front at the main entrance, and at one point I was checking bags.
Oh.
And so at the check bags, people would try and sneak in lots of stuff that they weren't supposed to, for usually good reasons. So there was one time that I was working there that somebody tried to bring in a full 2-tiered birthday cake. Which you are not allowed to bring into Disneyland. You're not allowed to bring in any kind of birthday cakes or anything. If you do have a special day that's happening, special event, anniversary, birthday, whatever, they do provide desserts for you inside the park. The reason that they discourage folks from bringing in the desserts is because they don't want the candles.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of people don't think about it. They just think Disney is trying to make a buck, but really we're just looking out for the safety of everybody. Well, sometimes people would try and bring in alcohol into the parks too, and they'd get creative that way. I know. It's not enough fun at the Magical Kingdom.
You can't see my face, the face I was making it to.
So people would hide it in like sunscreen bottles. Like they'd empty that out and put their alcohol inside the sunscreen bottle so they could squirt it in their mouth. But yeah, some people would even go as far as to take like their baby's cooler for their water bottle or for their milk, and put beer in it to try and keep their beer cold because they didn't think that we would check those. They're very sneaky.
Where did you, so, like you never see cast members really, convene with the guests or anything. So what do they do for you guys? Like, where do you guys eat? Can you tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you. So there are like bungalows, pretty much, like a little mobile building that they put in the back. It's it's nicer than it sounds, but it's very actually good food, the same food that they feed you in the parks. And they're sometimes themed, not so much anymore, but there was one that one of the places to eat is underneath Pirates of the Caribbean for the cast members. And just up until I want to say about like 2011, something like that, it was 50 Diners themed. So it was like black and white with you could get like a milkshake there. And there's not a lot of places backstage you can get a milkshake. So that was kind of cool.
Is it true, like, I think I've seen pictures of that. So is it true, like, do the cast members all stay, like, if they're dressed up in character, do they stay in character like that while they're down there? So is it just like a mess of all these different people dressed in different lands?
Oh yeah. So really, cast members only get a half an hour for their lunch. So even if you're a character, even if you're working in Fantasyland, it doesn't matter. There are plenty, actually, I think a restaurant per land at least for people to eat. So you just see everybody backstage in their costumes and everything. I actually I worked up front most of the time, so I actually got to see the princesses a lot come backstage and eat a sandwich.
Are there any secret menu items like at In-N-Out or Jamba Juice?
There are quite a few. A lot of them they don't have anymore, but there were things like Fantasia ice cream. Have you ever heard of that?
I've never heard of that before.
So it's cherry, pistachio, and banana flavored ice creams together.
That sounds good.
I know.
That's so weird.
I know. I have personally never tried it, but apparently it's very good, and a lot of people really like it, and a lot of people were really bummed when they took it away. Another thing that they have is the alien style burger at the Galactic Grill.
Oh.
That's in Tomorrowland, and it's kind of like the In-N-Out, like animal style.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just the Thousand Island and then the onion. And the cool thing that they do is they put the French fries inside the burger.
So I wanted to go get some ice cream nachos at the Golden Horseshoe Review the next time we're there. So is that off menu still?
Unfortunately, it is. They've brought it back. They've taken it away and brought it back. So there's a chance. Cross my fingers for you.
Fingers crossed again.
Those are really good. So it's just the waffle cone is like the nacho chips.
That's good. Okay. All right. So we got a little insider on food and beverage at Disneyland today. And thank you for being with us one more time. And maybe again, we'll do this next week. We'll see. Okay. Thanks.
All right. Sounds good.
Bibbidi
Bye,
bobbidi. Bye-bye.
Have a magical day.
Hey guys, why couldn't the bicycle stand on its own?
I don't know.
It was too tired.
Dad jokes.
Dad jokes. Hey Annie, what happens when you go to the bathroom in France?
I don't know.
European. Dad joke.
The suspense is killing me! turning on the nighttime into the day. Do the song about a sweet loving woman. You do the song about the night. And you do the walk all night. Yeah, you do the walk all night. Here come Johnny, gonna tell you the story. Hand me now my walking shoes. Here come Johnny with the power and the glory. Backbeat, the talking blues. He got the action, he got the motion. And the boy can play a dedication, devotion. It's turning all the nighttime into the day. The song about a sweet loving woman. They do the song about the night. Then they do the walk all night. Yeah, you do the walk all night. Here comes Johnny singing oldies goldies. Be Babalula, baby, what I say. Here comes Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnel trying to make it pay. He got the action, he got the motion. Oh yeah, the boy can play a dedication, devotion. You're turning all the nighttime into the day. Then after all the violence and double talk, it's just a song in all the trouble and the strife. You do the walk, yeah, you do the walk all night. You do the walk all night.
Sit, Mr. Banks, sit. Good dog.